expert art handlers have just finished installing Gandy's Jupiter Pluvius on the wall here at Tate Britain in a gallery of early 19th century paintings. So it's putting Gandy in the company of Turner and Constable and other kind of great painters of the early 19th century. The picture looks fantastic. It's just been, the restoration has been completed, the cleaning up of the frame and of the painting itself, and really I think the picture looks as fresh and as brilliant as it would have done back in 1819 when it was first seen by the British public. We've managed to remove layers of old dirt and staining, and the painting reads incredibly well now. The sky is blue. You get this profound sense of depth and space, which is what Gandy really wanted to achieve, a sense of immensity and a picture which is going to overwhelm you with its architectural magnificence.
Now, that was done at the team here at the Tates. They're renowned for restorations, aren't they?
There's the team of very highly trained paintings conservators and frame conservators. Rebecca Helen was the conservator who worked on the cleaning of the painting, a very patient, very careful procedure, because, of course, when you're cleaning a painting, you need to be sure that what you're removing is dirt rather than what the artist intended to put there. So it's all done very cautiously and very carefully in the studio. But this is a case where the results are really very satisfying because you're cleaning away dirt and you're revealing a painting as it would have been originally seen. Now, it is an old painting, it's had a bit of a history, but I'm not sure it was ever a painting that you were ever meant to look at with your nose pressed against the canvas, as it were. It's a picture which is about creating an overall sublime effect, and it achieves that really magnificently now.
And when you first saw the picture, of course, it's not in its best condition. So how pleased are you with?
I was lucky enough to be able to see it in Ray Harryhausen's house back in, I think, about 2007, 2008, when we were thinking about it for another exhibition. We were thinking about borrowing it for an exhibition about Turner, which would have been rather interesting to see Turner and Gandy in competition with one another. But we didn't borrow it at that time. So this is fantastic to be able to see it now at Tate Britain. And yes, when it was hanging in a domestic setting, well, firstly, the condition of the painting, it was showing its age and it was dirty, so that makes a difference. But then there is something about that moment when you finally get a picture at the right height on the wall and it has a bit of space around it, and that's how the artist intended his picture to be seen, really. And being seen at the right height and the right lighting can transform a picture and it elevates it a great deal. So I think even compared to seeing it in the studio or even seeing it in storage, leaning against the screen or hanging out, when you actually get it in a gallery setting, the picture is transformed and it becomes, it has the kind of impact that the artist must have wished for.
Now, of course, this picture is owned by quite a well-known modern artist in many senses, modern artists of cinema. How relevant is that to the Tate, and who was that modern artist?
I think we're always looking for connections between old art, historic art, and the world today and culture today. So the fact that Ray Harryhausen owned this picture, that Harryhausen left this picture and was fascinated and inspired by it is really important for us, because hopefully there'll be the people who like 19th century art will suddenly make a connection with the films that they knew as a kid or the films that perhaps they'd still love now, and the cinema and the culture that they see in terms of science fiction and fantasy imagery. And then hopefully there'll be a few people who know Ray Harryhausen and love his cinema but wouldn't necessarily think of going to the Tate, who are going to be coming here to see one of his key sources of inspiration.